Greetings, welcome back. So we have prepared our data for text tools application in Power BI. So briefly, we are on report view. You can go to data view and see what we have in here. Right. So this is what we have in our data view. So we have customer key and everything is around here. I'm fine with this. We can go to model view or relationship view. So far we already have one table and there is no relationship to be created around the tables, so that I'm fine with. So what I want to do is to transform data again, because I want to do some cleaning with my data. So transform data. In my queries, I have only one query, that is J and J customers lookup. If you are having many tables, they will be all listed in here, and then choose the table that you want to work with. So with my text tools, I want to do a few formatting. Okay, the first formatting that I want to do is making all these columns, that is prefix, first name and last name, to be in proper cases. So how can we do that? You choose the column, you go to transform. So there is these two tabs that we are going to have a lot while working with data transformation. I've already said when we work with transform, we don't create a new column. All right, we just work with the column that is in there. When you say add column, you're going to create a new column. All right, so if I want to create a new column that formats this prefix, I would go to add column. But if I want to format this column within this column, interesting, we are going to work with transform, and that is what I want to do for now. All right, prefix. So I want to make this one proper. You can see in here, there is a lot that I can do, and there are few things that I cannot do. You can see I cannot do trigonometry, I cannot do rounding, formation, standard, scientific. I can do a few statistics, although some of them are grayed out. I can still work with some others. So why this is the case? Because the column that we have selected is a string value, and of course you cannot work with you cannot get the for example the sum, the minimum, maximum, average, and the standard deviation of string values. That is why it is grayed out. And then of course under text column, because this is number column, under text column we can have this other that we can apply. You can see all of them are there. Split columns, format, extract, parse, and others. So in this case we want to do some formatting, so we choose format. We said we want to change this to proper case. You know what proper case means? That is each word to have a capital, start with capital letter and the other letters being small. So I'll be okay with that. So capitalize each word. All right, there we go. We can do the same for this column. There we are. We can do it again for this other column. All right, capitalize each word. Okay, we're done. Good job. The next thing that we want to do is I want to combine the entire name. All right, that is prefix, first name, last name, in one single column. Okay, so I can just click on the column that contains prefix, click on the columns that contain first name, last name, right click, and I say merge these columns, and here we go. Choose the separator. So I want them to be separated by space. Okay, merge column, separated by space. Great, there we go. You can see I have my columns here: Mr. John Young, Mr. Eugene, Mr. Ruben Torres. All the prefix, the first name, the last name have been merged in here. But I don't want this column to be called merge. Okay, I want it to be named something like all right, so we going to have rename and call it full name, something like that. Make more sense than having merged. So there we go. What else can we do with our text values? I want us to do this, although I don't want us to take very long in one single class. I want to create username from email. We are going to extract basing on delimiter at. Alright, so we want to create a username. This part that comes before at will be our username. So how can we create that username? There we go. Come around here. This time round again, actually I want to add a new column, and the new column will be username, right? So I go to extract, all right, and then I choose text before delimiter. What I get, the limiter that I want to have is at, so anything before at will become a username. Then I say okay, scroll to what's in here, then they tell me this is text before delimiter. Of course it is, but what I want to do here is having this as username. There we go. All right, we have created username. What else can we do? We want to get domain name, and domain name will be the characters between at and dot. So again, we go back to our email, we select the column, go to extract, and we say this time round between delimiters, and first delimiter that we are going to look for is at, and they end with dot. You can even say .com. Okay, there is no difference. So again, you scroll to the right, adventure work. What we can do, we again right click, rename, and give it a name, domain name, domain name. There we go. Those are the few actions that we can do with text tools in Power BI. Of course, they are not limited to this. There are others that you can explore, and throughout the project that we are going to try to cover more. So don't miss on the projects that we are going to share after each module. All right. Having said that, in our next class, we are going to look at working with number tools in Power BI. Enjoy learning.